Why are countries banning TikTok? The reasons are more serious and more layered than most people realize. Let's start with the biggest concern: data privacy. TikTok collects a lot of personal data: your location, what device you're using, what you watch, for how long, and even your keystrokes in some cases. While that's not so different from other social media apps, the worry is about who controls that data. TikTok is owned by ByteDance, a company based in China. And under Chinese law, companies can be forced to share data with the government if asked. This leads directly to the second reason: national security. Governments fear that if TikTok is gathering data from millions of citizens, especially public officials or military members, that information could potentially be accessed by a foreign government. That's why countries like the US, Canada, the UK, and others have banned TikTok on government-issued phones and devices. But it's not just about data. The third concern is influence and propaganda. TikTok's algorithm controls what videos you see. There's concern that this algorithm could be manipulated to push certain narratives or suppress others, especially during elections, protests, or times of political tension. Imagine a foreign government having subtle control over what an entire generation sees and doesn't see every day. Fourth, mental health and addiction. TikTok is designed to be addictive: fast, short videos, and endless scroll, and content perfectly tuned to your interests. This has real consequences: rising screen time, anxiety, sleep issues, and attention problems, especially among teens. Some governments see this not just as a health issue, but as a social stability risk. Fifth, lack of transparency. TikTok hasn't fully explained how its algorithm works, how it moderates content, or who can access the data. Investigations have found that employees in China had access to US user data, despite TikTok saying otherwise. That makes it hard for governments to trust the company's claims. Sixth, economic and strategic interests. Let's be honest, some countries are also trying to protect their own tech industries. By banning or limiting TikTok, they create space for homegrown apps and reduce reliance on foreign platforms. And finally, legal noncompliance. In places like the EU, TikTok has been accused of violating data protection laws, including how it handles children's data. Fines have been issued, but in some cases, governments are going further, considering restrictions or outright bans until the platform complies. So, when a country bans TikTok, it's not usually one single reason: it's a combination of data concerns, political control, youth protection, transparency, and sometimes even tech competition. And that's why TikTok keeps making headlines around the world.